So hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and Matthew John is here with yet another video. And in today's video I want to share you a sample of the DV application form, what to expect when you are filling for the DV category. So in this video I'll be sharing a sample of what you can expect on their upcoming DV 2022. So on that form I'll be sharing, maybe you can see how it goes, just to prepare you on what to expect, especially for those who are trying for the first time. I know you might be in the need to see or to know what is there on the application. So in this video I'll be sharing that, and on the description of this video I'll be sharing the link where you can access the sample form. It's a trial sample form. So anyone can go, you can go fill your information, but you won't send it. It's just a sample, a trial to figure out how you will do it when the time is due. So without much ado guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and hit that like button. And without much ado, let's start our video right away. So here we are, and now this is the official this is the page. Here is the sample that I have been talking about, and as you can read here, the form is known as DS5501. so you can go on Google and check it out there, but you don't have to worry, I'll attach a link on the description of this video. So as you can read here, it talks about the sample training. It's for only training. You can also check the photo specifications or qualifications and all the other frequent asked questions. So a disclaimer is here. This is a full copy of the official DV lottery application form. Use it for training only. It's for training only. You will need to apply on the official website www.dv.lottery whatever when it comes to when it opens to take part in the lottery. So this is just for training, but when they are open, you have to make an application in their official page. So what you expect on the official page is just similar to this in this sample here. So part 1, entrant information. As you can see, it's talk about the names. You have to start with the surname or the family name, then the first name, then the middle name. If you don't have the first name, you can just check the box down there to show that you don't have, no first name, or either way, even if you don't have the middle name, either of them, you have to your case better. So after that, you have to go to the next. The next talks about the gender. Of course, it's pretty simple. Then you have to go on the birth date. You have your passport. Make sure when you are doing all this, you have your passport. It's a very simple process. Bear your passport when you are starting this process. So on your passport, use the information on the passport. So birth of date, start with the month, not the day. Month, you have to indicate it there, whichever it is, day and the year. Simple as that. The next one, city where you are born. Of course, the city you are born, and they indicate very well that do not enter district, county, province or state. They just want the city, but sometimes some places the city might be the same as maybe the county or district. So if it's the same, there's no problem, you can indicate it here. But if you're not sure again where it is, you just click birth city unknown. But of course, you have your passport. What is written on your passport, please include it in that section. From that point, you come to the country where you are born. Simple as that. You have to click the down arrow, then choose the country which you are born. Once you choose that, for me, let me just, if you're from Kenya, that's it, it's already on the list. Then you proceed to the part 6, country of eligibility for DV program. Here you must be serious and you have to be cautious about this. Your country of eligibility will normally be the same as your country of birth. Your country of eligibility is not related to where you live. If you are born in a country that is not eligible for DV program, please go to the explanation of a country of eligibility to see if there is another option available for your case. Maybe you might be claiming eligibility from other countries. Maybe your parents were maybe you are born in a country that is not eligible, but maybe both of your parents were born to from another country that is eligible. So there are some exceptions for those people. So the first is, it talks about, are you claiming eligibility based on the country you are born? Most of the cases it will be yes, and if it is yes, then the other question here, you don't have to follow it. But if it's no, now you have to come and select the countries that you claim eligibility from. But if it's yes, you don't have to click anything. Even if you click there is nothing, because it's the same as the where you were born here. So we proceed. The passport, and this is very crucial because many Dv2021 did some mistakes here. They did the exception part, of which they are not in the exception category. So in order to submit an entry for DV program, you must currently possess a valid an expired passport from your country of nationality unless accepted. See below. Okay, I'll show you that. Answer A or B. So A, do you have a passport? If you have, start again with the surname. Use the passport information, surname, first name and middle name. If you don't have, just as before, do the same. Then the passport number, you have to fill it. It's there on the passport. Then on that passport there is always a date, the issuing date and the expiry date. So here they are requesting for the expiry date, and please make sure you start with the month, day and the year. Simple as that. Then you proceed. The country where you are issued the passport from. So you have to come again here on the down check below, choose the country where it was issued. The other part B, passport exception. This is where some people, if they haven't accessed their passport, maybe they are ready to access the passport, they come and click that they are in the exception part. Please avoid this, because you will be later be disqualified. So this point talks about it very clear. Passport, those people are, there is three categories of people who are accepted from from issuing their passport information, and those are listed here, the 3 points here. I am not required to submit passport information because I am stateless. If you don't have a state, you have no nationality, you are on the exception part. You are national of a communist controlled country and unable to obtain a passport from my government. Not being ready to obtain, but you are not able. Okay. And the other one is unable to obtain a passport and have received an individual waiver for the passport requirement by the Secretary of Homeland Security and Secretary of State. So if you are not among the three, you need the passport. A lot of Dv2021 avoided the issue of passport and clicked on the exception part, of which it was not right. And later on, as you can read here, I understand that if it is later determined that I am not exempt from I am not exempt from the passport requirement, I may be disqualified from the DV visa program. So you might have won the DV on this criteria, but if they find out they determine that you are not exempted, you are not part of the 3 points here, then you will later be disqualified. So avoid that, just follow the instruction as they are. Then number 8 is about the photography. I'll be making a video on this. I'll be letting you know how to do this, and I'll be giving all the specification about this, so you don't have to worry about this. So on the photography, you must have saved it on your phone or your computer, whichever it is. Then you have just to click on choose. When you choose, you have to go and select your photo. So I'll do that in my next video. Actually, my next video will be a live session. I'll be using some names here, just fake names, maybe to explain more and into details about this application. So you choose your new photo, then it's okay. Then the mailing address. This point, a lot of people in many countries don't have the mailing address for their homes, and just to be specific, this mailing address used to be very important some years back, when they used to mail the results and everything through mailing service, but of now they do it online, so it's not that important as it used to be some years back. But you have to fill something here, so in care of, you can fill maybe your name or somebody or whatever it is. Then if it's a church, you can fill it. Then I would advise maybe you can use your former school address, your church. If it's a mosque or whichever it is, you can use the address. Then you have to, in care of, write the name, the address. Then address 2 is optional. Those optional things, just let them go, leave them. So the other one, the town, you have to indicate where the mailing address, which town is it, the district, county, or whichever it is, and the postal code. And if you are not sure about the postal code, just click no postal codes. If you're not sure about it, there's no problem with that. Then which country is it? You have to select the down arrow there, then you choose the countries. Then which part 10 is country where you live today, the current place you are filling this form from. Where are you right now? Which country are you? You have again to check the down arrow, then choose the country where you are currently living. Then the part 11 is about the phone number. It's just optional for me. I will not even fill anything on that. Then the email address. This is very important. It's everything that you need here. This email is very important. Once you fill it, never lose it, because you will need it. Even if you lose the confirmation number, you will having the email, you can retrieve everything. But if you lose both, you'll never get your results. So the other thing is about the high school or the education level, and I think this one will have to talk about it more. So here it is, and part 13, what is the highest level of education you have achieved as of today? Not tomorrow, not next month, not next year, as of today, the time you are making this application. So if you only have the primary school education, just click on the primary school. There's no problem with that. If you have the high school, no degree, by this it means you are still in high school, you are still schooling, you don't have the certificate. By the time no degree, it means no certificate. The other one, high school degree, you have completed the high school and you have the certificate. The degree is the certificate. So you have to choose all according to your situation. Doctorate, whatever degrees and all that, you have to choose. And please don't choose something that you are expecting. The question is very simple, as of today. So what you have by the time you are filling. Some key points to note: you must have a minimum of high school diploma reflecting the completion of a full course of study. So this is the lowest, the minimum qualification. So vocational school or equivalent degrees are not acceptable. Or the other factor you can be qualified is be a skilled worker in an occupation that requires at least 2 years of training or experience to qualify for the diversity visa. So if you have an experience of a job that requires 2 years of training or experience, then you are good. Even if you don't have all this education, then you have that skilled workers experience, then you are still good to go. So the other part is about part 14, and now this is another key point. What is your current marital status? Current at this point, what's your status? Unmarried, if you are not married, that's it. Married to a spouse, married and my spouse is not a US citizen, or if you are married to somebody who is not even in the US, that's it. You have to choose your own. If you are divorced, that's it. If you are widowed, that is it. Legal separation, that's all the information. You know yourself, you know your case better. So key point here, legal separation is an arrangement where a couple remain married but still live apart following a court order. So if you have a court order to, for the separation, it's okay. If you and your spouse are legally separated, your spouse will not be able to migrate with you through the DV program. You will not be penalized if you choose to enter the name of the spouse from whom you are separated. So if you are separated, legally separated, you can't immigrate with your spouse. And even if you include the name on this, enter spouse information here, you won't be disqualified. So that's it. If you are not legally separated by a court order, you must include your spouse, even if you plan to divorce before you apply. Even if you plan to be divorced before you apply for DV visa, failure to list your eligible spouse in grounds for disqualification. So if you are there, you are married, but still you are planning for a divorce, but you haven't got it as the time you are making this application, so include your spouse. As simple as that. If you don't, you are risking being disqualified. If your spouse is a US citizen or a lawful permanent resident, do not list him or her in your entry. So if your spouse is already in the US, is a citizen, so is a lawful permanent resident, you don't have to list them on your entry. Simple as that. So number 15, and it's the last one, is about the number of children. So here you have to just highlight them. If they are 4, it's 4. If they are 4, it's just write 4. If you don't have, you just have to 0. That's it. Simple as that. So after that, you have to click submit. Then once you submit, okay, this was just a quick highlight, I didn't have fill any information. So once you submit, they will give you a highlight of the all information you filled so that you can confirm and submit again. Once you submit the second time, now you'll receive the confirmation number with the receipts and everything, the name and everything about it, and that is what you need to save or secure it and wait for the results. Then you can use the receipt to check for your results. So that was the sample form. I'll be making a new video where I'll be filling in maybe some fake names or whatever, just to give you a direct information on how it goes. And with that being said, guys, see you in our next video. I'll be making a video about more of this, and yeah, I hope you guys will try by yourself, keep training, and you don't need to pay somebody to do this for you. You can do it by yourself, by a phone, by a computer. Just do it by yourself, avoid mistakes, and if you make a mistake, you know you the one who did it. So without that much ado, thank you for watching and see you in our next video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and the like button. See you.